special day across the country, Birmingham Legion FC are back home with a new kit for the occasion and ready to take on a playoff hopeful from Texas as Austin Bold FC come to town on this edition of Saturday Night Soccer in the USL Championship. Nestled into the south side of downtown Birmingham, Alabama. Welcome to BBVA Field, our site for tonight's contest between Birmingham Legion FC and Austin Bold FC. Good evening, everyone. Welcome into our broadcast booth. Alongside Dustin Wilburn, I'm Blake Gardner, and Lyndon Blake will join us from downstairs in just a bit. But Dustin, a new face and a new test for each of these two clubs tonight.
This game could not come at a more exciting time. Austin Bold coming off an emotional win Wednesday night against Rio Grande Valley at the death of that match, and then Birmingham taking a tough loss at Louisville, a game they thought they should have won. This game's setting up to be really exciting.
Yeah, Birmingham had won 4 straight before that defeat in Louisville. Meanwhile, a big-time road result for Austin, and if they want another impressive road result tonight, they're going to need a big performance from our first impact player this evening, Elliot Panico, once again in between the sticks.
Elliot Panico was the 13th overall pick in the 2020 MLS Super Draft by Nashville SC after an impressive career at Charlotte where he tallied 35 shutouts and was named the 2019 Conference USA Player of the Year. He comes into today's match with 8 saves and 3 clean sheets, and if he wants a 4th, he'll have to work double time to stop this talented Birmingham attack.
Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, J.J. Williams had a great week last week. He's trying to close out this week in similar fashion.
J.J. Williams is an absolute necessity for this Legion attack. In his 697 minutes played this season, he's already racked up a goal, 2 assists, and had 4 shots on target, all while completing 50.3% of his passes while in the opponent's half. Rest assured, JJ will be a marked man when he's on the attack tonight. So Austin Bold's going to have their hands full keeping him in check.
Well, tonight is Austin's 4th straight game away from home. Can they pick up a 4th straight result on the road, or will Birmingham bounce back in a big way in front of their home fans here at BBVA Field? We'll find out. Starting lineups and kickoff come your way next.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama. Just about ready to go tonight between Austin Bold FC and Birmingham Legion FC. But first, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s. And Dustin, let's begin with the visitors from ATX. Austin Bold, a couple of changes to the starting 11 from the lineup that they put out against RGV.
Yeah, and I actually like this lineup. It makes sense after how their game went on Wednesday. You know, this is a team that likes to sit back a little bit and try to wear you down mentally. But that choice of putting Okoli in to start is a good one, in my opinion. And I look for them to try to get him the ball early and create those chances, and that hopefully will lead to goals for them.
Okoli came off the bench for the first time on Wednesday. He's back in the starting 11, as Dustin mentioned tonight. Meanwhile, on the other side of things for Birmingham Legion FC, they make a couple of changes as well from the lineup that saw Louisville on Wednesday.
I like this lineup too. Again, a couple of changes as you mentioned. The main one being Bruno Lapa, where we normally would see J.J. Williams. It's a little bit of a finesse player over a physical player in J.J. And then, of course, in the back with Ofemu instead of Kronali back there. That could be interesting. Maybe they're looking towards the weather and a little bit more physical play, and they feel better with Ofemu in the back and Kronali off the bench.
A couple of new changes, but the three at the back remains for Tom Stone and Legion FC tonight. The referee this evening is J.J. Belinsky. The Florida native gets his fourth USL Championship assignment this year after doing the Tampa Bay Rowdies Loudoun United match last week, and he makes his way to the field, as does the coaching for both sides as well. There's Marcelo Serrano, now in his third year at the helm at Austin Bold, the previous manager for the U.S. Virgin Islands national team. Once again on the touchline for Austin. On the other side, Tom Stone, also in his third season at the helm of this Birmingham Legion FC side, trying to get Birmingham Legion back to the playoffs for the third time in as many seasons. Both sides just about ready to go here in Birmingham, Alabama. 72 degrees, a bit of a drizzle in the Magic City. There will be rain tonight, but hopefully the thunderstorms and lightning stay away. As we are underway from Birmingham, Austin Bold in black and white, Legion FC in gray and black. Blake Gardner, Dustin Wellborn, Lyndon Blake, your crew tonight here on ESPN Plus and My 68 for the first ever meeting between Austin Bold FC and Birmingham Legion FC. Dustin, certainly the conditions going to play a factor, also going to play a factor. We talked about it a little bit in the open. Both teams played on Wednesday. It's a tight turnaround for both sides.
They're both got to be tired after those games. You know, that Louisville game for Birmingham was a physical one. And then, honestly, Austin Bold gave everything they had in that match against Rio Grande and was able to get a result, but they've got to be feeling it tonight.
Austin Bold have been road warriors over the past couple of weeks, 4 straight away from home, but they've been able to pick up results away from home. Here's Ryan James out on this near touchline. As we get a look at the injury report tonight, brought to you by Viva Health. Nobody on the injury report for Austin Bold, who come into the evening relatively healthy. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, Prosper Kasim came into the night questionable, dealing with a hamstring injury. He did not make the 18. He is out tonight once again for the 6th consecutive contest.
It's been a tough one. He's been battling it, like you said, for weeks now, and Legion obviously hoping to get him back. Obviously a very deep team even without Kasim, but he does bring a lot when you can bring him in off the bench.
Here's Okoli trying to thread through Pino. Benofemu's going to win the foot race there. All the way back it goes to Josue Soto. Yakaza. Okoli. Squeezed out by Kavita and Ofemu. 2 with the back, 3 tonight for Birmingham Legion FC. And Dustin, let's get a look at our keys to the game tonight for both sides. Let's start for Austin. They've gotten results on the road over the past couple of weeks. What do they need to do for similar stuff here tonight?
Bold against this Legion team. They have got to take care of every opportunity they get. If they get a free kick close, they've got to capitalize. And on top of that, they've got to be willing to make that one extra pass to get those scoring opportunities, because this Birmingham defense is not going to crack easily. And on the flip side for Birmingham, they've got to keep that mental game in check and stay out of trouble. That's going to be just a focal point for them tonight, is keep the cards away, keep the focus on the game, and don't let Austin Bold sit back type mentality affect the way you play.
Austin in that contest on Wednesday against RGV had really, what, 40-ish% of the ball. They were pretty content to let RGV play with it at their feet, but still able to scratch out 3 points from their Western rivals.
Sometimes you just get a bounce and it goes your way, and then of course it helps when you've got someone like Garcia who can take free kicks like that. What a way to win it Wednesday night.
Yeah, an absolute stunner from Fabian Garcia in the 96th minute, as Austin stole 3 points from the Toros down in the Valley.
That's a game that Coach Serrano felt was just such an emotional win for his side. Just a lot of talent on that Rio Grande team, and honestly, I don't think Austin was supposed to win that game, but they found a way to get it done, and he was just so proud of his team.
12 points so far this year for Austin Bold. Make it 11. A tie would give them 12, but just above the playoff line are Austin coming into the night. Birmingham Legion FC, meanwhile, on 16 points, top the Central Division at the moment, trying to add on to their lead after they dropped points this past Wednesday in Kentucky. There's been a Famu. Lopez. His pass cut out, intercepted by Pino. Austin trying to quickly counter back the other way. Okoli. Soto joins the attack. Good run out of midfield from Yakaza. Soto, a first-time cross. Van Okel, an easy catch.
Not a bad attack there from Austin. I like their patience on that. You know, they were wanting to make sure they got the best possible shot, and that may not have been it. But that's the way you do it, is you kind of start to break down that Birmingham defense, see what they're going to give you those first couple possessions, and then go from there.
Lapa chopped down. That'll draw a whistle. Free kick given to Birmingham as Bruno Lapa took quite a bit of contact there. And as Lapa winces in pain down on the ground, JJ Belinsky will come over and check on the Legion midfielder who remains down. Not a good sign for Birmingham here in the early going. We'll get another look here.
It looked like Yakaza got him there, went airborne, and it came down hard on that knee or ankle. It's like a right ankle, may have twisted it on the way down. We may get to see J.J. Williams a little earlier than we were expecting in this one.
So as Lapa receives medical attention, it gives us a chance to send it down to the third member of our crew down below. That is Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
Hey Blake, Legion FC is celebrating Juneteenth today with these special kits that actually have the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute logo on them. They're a special gray color. And the good news for Legion FC fans, you can actually have one of these jerseys. The live auction is happening right now, and all proceeds from this live auction will go to the Institute. This is the second year Legion FC has partnered with the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute for such a great cause, and they look so sharp on the pitch right now, so be sure to head to the Legion's website and place your bid so you can have one of these commemorative jerseys. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. Yeah, the gray shirts tonight for Legion, and a good sign for the home supporters as well, as Bruno Lapa is back onto the pitch after receiving a bit of medical attention. But Dustin, if you could take over the broadcast here for a few minutes, I'll go ahead and start the auction bidding for us, for our booth.
Well, I'm gonna bid first and highest because these things are sharp. These are, first of all, for a great cause, and I love that Legion does this. Just such a great idea to partner with the local Birmingham Civil Rights Institute and help them raise money, and also just use your platform of sport. And I think that's wonderful, and I love what they're doing. And again, sharp jerseys. So if I could get my hands on one, I'd love to.
Junior Fleming's trying to play in Ryan James. James is going to win the foot race here in the corner. Bruno Lapa to his aid. First touch really here for Anderson Asiadu. Now Legion can recycle and try to break down this Austin defense.
It's interesting to watch Bruno Lapa work. You know, he's so patient. Really keeps his eyes up and makes sure he makes the right pass.
Lapa has more or less free reign for this Legion midfield. Team leader in chances created coming into the night was 16. That's top 5 in all the USL Championship across all midfielders and forwards. Patient possession here for Birmingham, looking for any type of crevice, any type of slot they can attack here. Flemings, Lapa, Dean got a service away just a bit beyond everybody. And it'll be a throw-in coming here for Austin in the deep corner.
It's a good idea. You know, Dean's just been so great out on the edge making those crosses, so I love his idea there. And that's what he does, and you just got to keep doing it. Eventually, you're going to get one of those in there, and Junior Flemings is going to be there to finish it. And I know that's what Birmingham's been trying to make happen now for the last few games with him in the lineup. But I love what Johnny Dean brings to that outside position.
Headed ball finds the feet of Mikey Lopez. Kavita under duress. Brett's waiting for support, finds Simon James. Nice tackle by Akugo. Brett splits defenders, doesn't quite beat Akugo. Now maybe a chance for Austin to finally break out here.
They're just content with taking their time. They know the more they can keep this ball away from that Legion attack, the better their chances are to get a result tonight.
Whistle on a free kick as Dean was taken out after he went airborne, and that's already the second time Emilio Yakaza has drawn a whistle. Free kick here for Legion FC, and probably in a good enough position for Lapa to loft it towards the top of the area. Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. And indeed, Birmingham will send all the big bodies forward. That includes all three center backs, Kavita, Aravo, and Ofemu.
It's the one situation where it'd be nice to have J.J. Williams. Obviously, we know how dangerous he can be with the head, but Lapa's so good at placing it.
Low ball from Lapa, headed away by Okoli. And in the end, nothing really comes of the set-piece opportunity for Birmingham.
I think a little bit of that may have been wind too. You know, it's whipping out here tonight, Blake, and I think that may affect some of the long ball play that we normally see really from both teams, but especially on those free kicks where you're trying to lay one up for a head. It's going to be tough tonight.
Rain has picked up a little bit here in Birmingham, and you're right, the breeze has picked up as well. 10 to 15 miles an hour according to the forecast. Blowing east to west at the moment, as Flemings couldn't quite run that down either way. He was in an offside position.
Flemings is so fast. You know, there was a couple loose balls on Wednesday night against Louisville that really no human should have gotten to, and Junior Flemings turns those jets on and gets to it and keeps it in and keeps possession for Birmingham. And it's just impressive to watch his speed, and that's one thing Austin Bold's probably going to have a hard time dealing with tonight.
4 starts now for Junior Flemings this year as he works his way back to full strength. 25-year-old from Jamaica, one of what is expected to be a very attack-minded Jamaican national team in the upcoming Gold Cup this summer. Ikaza over the top, nobody home except for Johnny Dean. All the way back to his goalkeeper, Matt Van Okel, once again in between the sticks tonight for Legion FC.
No ball cap, though, tonight.
No ball cap. Did sport that at the beginning of the contest on Wednesday at Louisville, looking almost directly into the sun. Ofemu. Over the top, finds Brett. Brett was able to keep it down with his shoulder, says the referee, and here comes Legion. Brett with Dean giving him an overlapping run. Dean able to bend his run onside. His cross got away, and it was sent away from danger in the end by Garcia, but best looking attacking option Birmingham have had so far in the early going.
Garcia saved a goal for sure right there. That was a really nice possession by Birmingham, and Garcia able to hang on and clear it.
Here's Bruno Lapa. Lapa probing, as is Anderson Asiadu. Asiadu dispossessed. Austin with a chance to come back the other way. Tez Doof. Omar Gordon running into space. Gordon dancing, trying to get around defenders. Anderson Asiadu in the end having none of it. Good individual play there by Asiadu. Still a dangerous opportunity perhaps in the move for Austin. And now Junior Flemings sacked down from behind. Free kick given, and it gives us a chance to go downstairs to the third member of our crew, Lyndon Blake, who is standing by with a very special guest tonight. Lyndon.
Blake, we have Birmingham NBA star for the Pelicans, Eric Bledsoe, in the house watching his first ever Legion FC game. You've braved this nasty weather. Are you having a good time out here so far?
I'm having a blast. I've been wanting to come to a game, but the time has been kind of weird. But I'm glad I made it out. It's been pretty fun.
We hope you come to some more all summer when you're up here in Birmingham training during the off season. What are your plans look like before you head back to New Orleans?
I'm gonna be training in and out. Hanging with the family. I live here, got a home, so I'll definitely be here. And I'm just glad I came, to watch the guys, perform tonight.
They're pretty tough out there, aren't they? How do they compare to NBA players?
Oh, they're way tougher than us. This field is what? Big. Basketball court is nearly this big, so to be able to come out here and take the hits that they take, I got nothing but respect for them.
And this year you got to team up with fellow Alabamian Kyra Lewis Jr. What's it been like working with the former Tide star?
It's been amazing. He's like a little brother to me. I've been able to teach him, and he's been able to teach me, some things. So, and we built a bond, this past year, and it's been fun playing with him.
Before I let you get back to the match, I do have to ask. We have a game set.
I just hope it's a good game, man. It's been a good series so far. They've been playing super hard, so honestly, I can't answer that question.
You just hope both teams have fun, right?
No question.
Thank you so much, Eric. Enjoy the match. Guys, back up to you.
Well done, Lyndon, and thanks to Eric Bledsoe for his time. Of course, Birmingham native. Spent his past season in New Orleans, and certainly everyone excited to see him in town taking in a match. Sorry about the weather, Eric. This is not exactly ideal, but seems like he's having fun regardless down below.
Well, as they say in Alabama, just wait 24 hours and we'll have another season. So if he wants to come back tomorrow, we'll try again. But it's so great to have influence like him, from Birmingham. Sometimes you forget, how big of a deal Birmingham is in the sports world, and obviously the Pelicans' relationship with the G League team that's coming here. Just a lot of excitement surrounding sports in this area, and it's just great to hear from somebody like him kind of supporting these teams.
Free kick given to Austin as Johnny Dean draws the whistle. Backing down Jose Soto. There you can see the rain that is engulfed BBVA Field right now. In the background of Elliot Pinico. Free kick given, and looks like nothing more than a stern talking to for Dean. No cards out just yet from our referee tonight, JJ Belinsky.
It's going to be one of those games where Austin just tries to frustrate Birmingham with stuff like that right there. That is what their tactic's going to be tonight, is try to make Birmingham foul you and put them in bad situations to create chances for yourself.
Low delivery sent away by Arivo. That was going to be a very tough delivery. A little bit further from the 18 than you would have liked if you're Austin, and into a pretty stiff breeze.
Mentioned that earlier. That's not going to help the long ball in this game. It's all going to come down to who can make those better passes and who will be patient enough to create those chances, honestly, is what it's going to come down to. You're not going to see a lot of long crosses do anything serious. Corner kicks are going to be tough tonight. It's all going to be done on the ground or with really physical play in front of the box.
Garcia switches to his center back partner tonight, Gustavo Risi. 7 starts in 8 games for Risi, who only missed the New Mexico contest so far this year. Okugo trying to get it to Pino. Cavito got there first. James's pass cut out by Akaza. Doof with time and space. His shot is high.
That's where he likes it, right there outside the 18. It's funny, a couple of these attackers for Austin are really good with their left foot. And they gave that to him right there in a spot he likes. But again, that wind and that rain make a shot from anywhere difficult, and that one really difficult.
All the way back, that goes to Zach Arivo, and he'll have some time to pick out a pass from there. Fans since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit selectsportamerica.com.
Right now, Birmingham obviously winning the possession battle at 67%. Not too much of a surprise there.
Kind of figured Birmingham would come out, try to control the pace, control the game here at home. The surface is wet, obviously, but ball still seems to be flowing pretty well on the floor.
Yeah, the field's actually in really great condition tonight. It looks good, and it's taken all this water today, and it still looks good. So they're really lucky that the pitch is held up today.
Famu, Junior Flemings into the midfield, has sunk him back in for a touch. Legion searching for that line-breaking pass. Haven't found it just yet. Fonwell Kavita once again wearing the captain's armband tonight for Birmingham. Lapa can turn and run a little bit. Over the top looking for James, a bit too heavy was that delivery.
Again, those are just going to be tough plays to make tonight, and I think that's why you're seeing a little more possession from Birmingham. They're trying to break one off the edge and hopefully get one on a run with maybe a give-and-go type situation, because you're just not going to see a lot of those floaters working tonight with that wind.
Austin restart play, and they'll restart it once more through Okugo, 30-year-old from California, played his prep soccer at UCLA. Kavita wins it on the ground. Good work there defensively by Dean to keep it back here. Brett has a bit of space, as does Bruno Lapa. But the space closed quickly. Good step up there by Gustavo Risi.
Bruno just had that one bad first touch. Otherwise, they at least get an opportunity there.
Pino all the way back to his defender, Okugo, who goes all the way back to the man we highlighted in the open, goalkeeper Elliot Panico. Man on loan from Nashville SC has stepped right into the starting 11 for Austin, as Anderson Asiadu is called for the foul, taking down Ates Doof.
Asiadu needs to settle in here just a little bit. Because again, Austin's going to be trying to draw those fouls. That's their game plan tonight.
And now it's Doof who's receiving a bit of medical attention, maybe just below his eye. On the Austin touchline.
Maybe a little bit of a nosebleed or something. Maybe he's bit his lip or something like that.
Either way, he's good to go, good to carry on. Play resumes. With Doof, the 21-year-old from the Senegal, who is bodied off the ball by Junior Fleming, striking back defensively. Gotta say, that might have looked more like a foul than the one that was called a foul.
I was afraid that Flemings was just about to get one there, and I guess maybe the referee thought they just got their feet tangled from his view, but from our look, that looked like a lot of body.
Either way, Legion able to win it back, and now their attempt to break down Austin begins anew. Zach Arivo out wide, here's Dean. Nowhere to go for Johnny Dean. Legion fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Birmingham Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. It's the Birmingham Legion FC app. Your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Lopez taken down. Lapa got it back to him. Referee plays the advantage. Flemings trying to turn. Still Junior Flemings goes down. Tackle was clean.
I think that's the right call there. He was a little bit out of control with the body on that turn. It was a nice turn, but he didn't realize he was turning into a wall there.
On wall was Javier Baez, who now plays over the top in the direction of Omar Gordon. Gordon cuts it back inside. And Okoli's first touch gave it away.
Gordon making it look easy out there with the moves. Just passed that a little too far behind Okoli.
First real explosive action we've seen from Omar Gordon tonight, the Jamaican. It was such a force for Austin out on this right flank. And we'll see if some of these speedsters for either side can get loose as the rain continues to pour down here in Birmingham. That's the bad news. The good news is the lightning and thunder so far has stayed away tonight.
I think it seems like that's what we're going to have with this system, is just wind and rain. So as long as the field can take it, we're going to be playing.
Asiadu wins the duel on the ground, but Then a late whistle brings play to a halt as Omar Gordon is down in a heap.
It's his second right there. He needs to be careful with this discussion right here. The referee's just as frustrated by the rain as the players are, I'm sure. So last thing you want to do is get in an argument here.
Fonwa Kavita, the Legion captain, pleading the case of his defensive midfielder, Asiadu. One more look at the challenge here.
A little bit of a late challenge for sure from Asiadu there. Yeah, he just came in mostly with body there. You can't do that. I mean, he knew that.
And again, a bit of a stern talking to from our referee tonight, JJ Belinsky, but nothing more in the end.
I think one more for Asiadu, and he's probably going to see the yellow.
Austin opt to restart play quickly. Ball into a Coley back post, and in the end doesn't challenge the frame of Van Oekel.
It's one of the better chances we've seen Austin create, but good defense there from Kavita, making sure that he can't give him that position to turn that head and get that header in the direction of Van Oekel.
Van Oekel restarts play short to his other center back, Ben Ofemu. Austin able to bring it down in play. Here's Doof. Okugo. Gordon making the run into the channel. An excellent play on the first touch there from Okoli. The back post ball just a bit behind the intended target, Pino.
It's interesting now that it seems like it's raining harder, Blake. It seems like the field has opened up a little bit at the back for Birmingham. They seem to be a little bit out of sorts and not holding their shape very well.
Almost gave it away in a dangerous spot there. Asiadu able to win it. Junior Fleming's not able to corral it all the way back. It goes to Elliot Panico. More than halfway through our first 45 minutes, the rain and wind have picked up. Neither side has drawn first blood just yet. James over the top. Lapa beaten to the second ball by Javier Baez. Austin with another chance to build, possibly. That's a misplayed touch. Brett with a bit of pressure on Reese. And Panico misplays it. Brett got there. Still loose, and Brett puts it in the back of the net to give Legion an early lead. A mistake at the back for Austin, and Birmingham have a gift, and Nico Brett on the doorstep takes advantage.
Just for a second there, I thought Panico may have had his hands on it when Brett came in, but we saw the signal from the referee. That's a good goal, and just the hustle by Brett. That's all about that pressure. When you stay with the play like that, and you see how this weather is, you're going to get chances like that, and it paid off there. Great effort by Nico Brett. He earned it.
The 7th goal of the year for Brett, and one of the most unconventional he's had here in 2021. The conditions, as you said, certainly playing a factor, but Birmingham aren't going to complain.
Yeah, you're not going to see too many goals like that in professional soccer, but when you've got a bit of a monsoon coming down on top of you, anything goes at that point. So Brett just able to keep his footing really was the most important thing there, and able to get that second bit of agility he needed to go finish it. As you'll get another look here. Take a look at this replay.
Misplay by Panico, and Brett was there to pounce. It started with a bad pass going backwards, and then compounded by a mistake.
And it's funny because that roll, when Brett came in with that initial hit, it slowed down so much because of the way the water is developing there inside the box, and just kind of sat, and that gave him the opportunity to finish it.
So Brett has found the back of the net for the 7th time this year. That's the best mark in the USL Championship here in 2021. Now Austin searching for a response on the road.
That's a big goal at this juncture of this match, because now, you know, it kind of changes the way Austin's going to look at things in this game, and they're going to start to pressure just a little bit more, which should open things up for that Birmingham attack. And you'll start to see, I think, some tactical substitutions at halftime, so Birmingham can kind of maintain this lead. They're going to be happy with a 1-0 win in these conditions.
Into the channel, making the run is Yakaza, and Yakaza is taken down by Ofemu, and that looks like a sure yellow that's going to be shown to Ofemu.
Yeah, just unfortunately mistimed his tackle. It was either going to be perfect or receive a card, and unfortunately he just went a little bit early, I feel like, sliding in there. And a good job by Yakaza to draw those cards. He did this late against Rio Grande the other night, and they ended up scoring on it and winning right there. Just come in super late, actually. And you can't do that. Unfortunate right there for Birmingham. Luckily, it's out to the side a little bit, so it's going to make it a little bit more challenging.
So the first yellow card of the contest shown to the young center back Ben Ofemu. It's brought to you by Rubio Law Firm. And just shy of the half-hour mark, Austin are going to have their best set-piece opportunity of the night so far. As the rain continues to come down, it's a very crowded 6-yard box for Matt Van Oekel. A driven shot, Van Oekel punches it away with 2 hands. The rebound is high and wide.
It was a tough one right there for Birmingham to not give away a goal right there. That rebound was in a really bad position for that back line. This weather is going to create some interesting situations that we're not used to seeing. It's just kind of a blowing rain coming straight in from the opposite side of the field, as you can see on your screen there.
Yeah, the wind direction has certainly shifted since we started tonight. Now blowing more in a southern direction. As Van Oekel gets ready to send this away. Still a quarter hour until our first half comes to a close. Visibility starting to get a little bit tougher. The pitch conditions have held up so far, but we'll see how long that remains the case, as we may start to see some standing water here and there if it continues to rain like this tonight. Flag is up. Austin FC will have their free kick.
I do want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the guys out running camera tonight. It's not an ideal situation. I'm sure they're trying to keep the towels handy to keep those things dried off so everybody at home can see, but it's going to be a tough task tonight.
Tough for everybody that's close to the pitch. Lyndon Blake is down below 2. Hopefully she's staying dry. Junior Flemings has chopped down on that ball in the air, and that's a free kick coming right on the edge of the area, and that might be a card as well. It is shown to Fabian Garcia.
Garcia just went in with the upper body there. He knew he was beat, and Flemings with that speed, even in this weather, was about to turn and immediately take a shot. And so that was really his only choice. Lucky for him outside the 18, but that was really all he could do there was take down Flemings. He's just too good, and you can't let him have a shot from there.
We'll get another look at the contact here.
Yeah, what a great look from that low end zone camera too right there. And Garcia just came in all upper body. He knew he was beat. He really did the right thing, honestly, to take him down and make Birmingham work for this.
So after nearly a half hour with no cards, now we've had 2. That one brought to you by Rubio Law Firm as well, served to Fabian Garcia. And Birmingham Legion FC have another free kick in a very dangerous spot, brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. It's Bruno Lapa and Junior Flemings who stand over it. Flemings leaves it for Lapa, and his shot deflects off the wall.
She just tried to find a gap right there in the wall. Lucky for Austin, they were able to bounce it out of the way.
So Lapa will relocate to the corner flag. First corner of the night for Birmingham, brought to you by Chick-fil-A. With the rain blowing directly in his face, Lapa serves towards the front parts of the box. Lopez sends it back out wide. Lapa's second service, it scoots all the way through, still sitting. And finally, Austin able to clear their lines. And now the pitch conditions starting to give a little bit more. As you can see, the ball starting to get caught up in some of that standing water.
Yeah, doesn't take too much of an analyst to tell you that there's a bit of water on the field right now, and the ball is not really rolling very well. So right there almost created an opportunity because the ball was just bouncing right around there in front, and Flemings was almost able to turn around and take a shot.
We're up here in the booth. Lyndon Blake is down below. Lyndon, what does it look like from your perspective down pitch level?
Pitch level, the ball is barely rolling, as you guys can see from up there, but I don't think what you can see is how many puddles have formed within just the last 5 minutes on the pitch. You can see the water splashing up so far when the players are running around, and here I am on the sidelines where the teams are sitting and the coaches are sitting. It is flooded, so a lot of water, and you can kind of start see how it's making this game a little bit tougher to play for both clubs. I did ask the coaches, the teams like playing the rain. They say, well, I mean, one thing you can say, Texas weather and Alabama are kind of similar. We both deal with these tropical systems that we're dealing with right now, so nothing too unusual, but that doesn't make it any less easier or any less fun. Guys, up to you.
Not a bad ball served in. Austin had an opportunity for a moment, but Yakaza couldn't win the ball in the air, and Birmingham able to get it as far away as possible. Panico was almost caught between two minds there in the end, had to come off his line to make the play. Here's Anderson Asiadu. Looking over the top, Ryan James trying to run into space.
The physics of the game have completely changed here. It's basically a situation where it feels like you're clearing it every time you're making a pass. And then there's that.
Aravo mishit that. Yakaza got to the loose ball. Matt Van Okel thought there might have been a bounce. There wasn't. In the end, he does the safe thing and just falls on top of it.
It's like when you're playing a video game and you turn on a mod where the ball just stops right there. That's basically what we're seeing here. It's almost like we're playing a video game tonight. It's very unique conditions. It's actually kind of fun to watch because it's going to challenge these guys and make them think differently than they normally would.
The beautiful game might not look so beautiful tonight at this rate as Junior Flemings is onto it, edge of the area. James trying to keep it. Could not. Kugo's pass cut out by Asiadu. Kugo able to win it back. Brett's for Flemings. Flemings, his pass, or what could have possibly been a shot from that distance, deflected. Here comes Yakaza. Okoli, and just a pass that had no chance through that waterway that's developing in the center part of the park.
Underwater soccer. That's what we're watching right now.
Both teams having to adjust. Gordon opting to show off a bit of footwork instead. Okugo trying to turn, Asiadu won't let him. And now here's Junior Flemings, who tried to challenge, but the flag was up. He was in an offside position when that duel in front of him happened. And now the referee is going to send both teams off the field.
Well, we knew that was coming. I mean, it was just a matter of time. He had to do it. I mean, the game is no longer a game anymore. It's turned into something else. So it'll be interesting to see what the decision is here and how long we'll have to wait, because I don't think the rain's going to stop anytime soon.
As it stands right now, it looks like both teams are going to be sent to the dressing room for the time being, and we'll pause right here, 36 minutes in. So far, Legion in front, but we're going to pause for now as the field has taken quite a bit of water. Our referees will discuss and decide what we'll do and how long we'll wait. And Legion FC will probably try to get this field some treatment, hopefully try to get it to drain a little bit more than it has at the moment. But as both teams head to the dressing room, we'll show you what Birmingham Legion was up to earlier this week. Of course, today, Juneteenth, Birmingham Legion FC wearing their commemorative kits in partnership with the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute. For more on their visit to the Civil Rights Institutes over this past week. Back here in a very rainy BBVA field, Blake Gardner, Dustin Welborn. Lyndon Blake is down below. And Lyndon, you heard from our head referee, J.J. Belinsky, as he sent both teams to the dressing rooms.
Blake, J.J. Belinsky kept it very simple. He said right now the pitch is unplayable and it's not safe for either team. The next step, the refs are going to talk to the league and see what they think needs to be done before decisions made, whether to just do a weather delay or to call the match. But both teams came together with the refs and agreed right now, as you can see, no one's having fun playing on this pitch. But right now, the league is going to let us know what happens next. In the meantime, we get to see these guys try to squeegee the water off the pitch. Back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. Well, we'll see what the decision is. Obviously, both sides are going to take a look at the forecast as well, Dustin. The rain has been coming down pretty much all day on this Saturday. Maybe there's a window a little bit later tonight, but for the time being, at least, it looks like the rain is going to continue to come down for the next few minutes.
Yeah, that's our only hope, is we can get a break, because, yeah, you certainly can't play on this field, and no squeegee's going to get us dry enough anytime soon. As you can see there on your screen, that's going to take a little more than some squeegeeing, so we've just got to hope for a break and hope we can get it dried off quickly so that we can get back to this exciting match.
So we'll pause right here. 35 minutes in, Birmingham Legion FC on top of Austin Bold by 1, but the match suspended right now due to the field conditions and the storms that we have had pretty much all day here in downtown Birmingham, Alabama. We will take a timeout and hope we have some better news for you on the other side.
Now that it's taken on all this,
Well,
it's going to be tough.